I love you. 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 I love you so much. I love you. For many guys, this is really tough to do. So if you can't just say it, why don't you just show it? Here's how. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the video. Today's video is sponsored by Passion Air and a remittance service called Lemonade Finance. If you're someone who sends money to friends and family in Africa from the UK, Canada, and now the US, I've got brilliant news for you I'll be telling you about later in today's video. For now though, a great way to think about showing someone you love them without words is the idea that's hidden in the 5 love languages. Speaking someone's love language is about doing the things that mean love to them. The 5 love languages, How to Express Heartfelt Commitment to Your Mate, is actually a 1992 book by Dr. Gary Chapman. It outlines 5 general ways that romantic partners express and experience love. Now, Dr. Chapman suggests that to discover another person's love language, one must observe the way they express love to others and analyze what they complain about most often and what they request from their significant other most of the time. He theorizes that people tend to naturally give love in a way that they prefer to receive love, and better communication between couples can be accomplished when one can demonstrate caring to the other person in the love language the recipient understands. Stay with me, because I believe there are some crucial lessons to be learned here. Here are the 5 love languages and how you can use them to express your love for someone. Number 1, quality time. Some people want you to spend your free time with them and be really present when you're together. So try not to fixate on the time part of the love language and instead focus on the quality. Try to show the other person doing something together is important to you as well. For example, if you take a walk together, you can point things out to each other. If you're watching a film, try talking about it afterwards. It's important to avoid looking at your phone and being distracted when you're with them. They want to feel like you're present with them and engaged in the shared activity. If you want to show someone you love them without ever saying it, spend quality time with them. Number 2, receiving gifts. Now, it's easy to think of someone who loves receiving gifts as maybe shallow or mercenary, but that's not necessarily true. Someone who has receiving gifts as their love language wants to know that you're thinking about them when you're not together and you want to find things that bring them joy. The best gift for someone like this is something personal that takes feelings and preferences into account. And I'm talking about thoughtful gifts. This could be something as simple as even a stone or a pebble you collected during your first walk together. You can hurt the other person if you get this gift wrong. Giving impersonal, generic, or thoughtless gifts is worse than giving them nothing at all. For example, giving your lover chocolates might be romantic, but if they're allergic to chocolates, they'll be hurt that you hadn't really given it much thought before giving them that gift. Acts of service. Now, someone whose love language is acts of service wants to know you care enough to make their lives easier. They're looking for you to pay attention and look for ways you can step in to help. Acts of service can be big gestures or small touches or anything in between. You can make them a cup of coffee in the morning, defrost their car windscreen before a busy day, sweep up the leaves in their yard. You can help them move house. Getting acts of service right is about finding a balance between being caring and being invasive. Trying to do tasks where you can makes a difference. If you're not sure, try asking, can I help by doing X, Y, and Z? If your loved one wants acts of service, it's important not to overpromise. Offering to help with something and then letting them down can feel like rejection. Only making a cursory effort or not completing a task will also leave them feeling sad and disappointed. Number 4, touch. Now, for some people, touch is their natural way of expressing love and how they know they're loved in return. Someone who has touch as a primary love language isn't always looking for sexual touch. Actually, they're looking for affectionate touch as well. Touch is about letting them know that you want to be near them and literally reaching out. Often, it's casual touches that mean the most. A hand in the small of their back, a kiss on their forehead, or taking their hand as you walk. If your loved one wants touch, it's important to give them these kinds of affectionate touches as well as sexual intimacy if you're already down that line. Often, touch-oriented people will feel uncomfortable being sexual if they haven't been getting enough affectionate or comforting contact from you. So don't get this mixed up at all. Even if her love language is touch, it doesn't mean she will want to jump in the sack with you every chance that she gets. Now, before I give you the final tip, let me take 30 seconds to tell you about Lemonade Finance. Now, it's an app that everyone is using to send money to Africa. Lemonade Finance allows Africans in Canada, the UK, and the US to send money to 10 African countries, including my favorite Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Benin, Cameroon, Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda. Now, Lemonade Finance is allowing you to send money home with 0 fees. Yep, and they've got the best rates on the market. All you need to do is to download the Lemonade Finance app. And I'll leave a link in the description below. If you click on that link, you can get a 10% cash back on your first transaction above £100. And you can also use my code, JessicaOS, in the app to get your special discount. Back to the video. Number 5, words of affirmation. Now, some people like to hear how much they mean to you. And if this is the kind of person and this is the kind of love they understand, well, there's no way around it. You have to say it. And this doesn't necessarily mean you have to say, I love you. Compliments are often key to helping someone who needs words of affirmation to feel loved. If they ask for your opinion, pay attention. If they ask, how do I look? You may hurt them if you just say, fine, you're okay, dismissively. If you're really uncomfortable using words, remember that most people speak several love languages. Many people have one dominant love language and several secondary others. So you may want to try and figure out what their secondary love language is and maybe try and bolster how uncomfortable you are with the first specific one or the first one with the second one by being better at maybe exhibiting or showing love with the second one that they better understand. In conclusion, it will be very helpful to really understand these love languages when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex and even with yourself. And like I previously mentioned, no one has just one love language. If you know or guess your partner or your love interest's secondary love language, you can be especially loving by combining the two. For example, if they respond well to gifts and touch, you can buy them some nice massage oil and promise them a massage. Combine acts of service and quality time by taking care of, say, an errand for them to free time up for you to be able to spend together. These are simple ways to be able to pull things like this off. And finally, before I end this video, a special thank you to Passion Air for coming through once again. Remember, Passion Air will fly you from one Ghanaian city to the next safely, affordably. Anytime you visit Ghana, make sure you try out Passion Air. Log on to flypassionair.com. I'll leave a link in the description. Go to their website, book your tickets today. Thanks for watching. Share this video to anyone else who might find the video beneficial. I'll catch you in the next one. My name is Jessica. Cheers.